Today's episode is brought to you by Jean-Paul Sartre.
Ain't nobody can see that.
I know I couldn't. Ooh. From the philosopher's deck. There's no reality except action. That's good. Thank you for joining our action. This is our 8th week. No more talking. No more sitting in the wrong spot.
There was a time and there was a way, and the colors faded into gray, into something that you would kill, say, and the words just lay there and they won't play, and there's something in you scared and torn, and you're dying to try to be born. There's a million colors in the sun, and they burn so bright they look like wood. Oh, but you would be the last to feel them falling on your frozen fields. Heaven help me, you have sworn. Now you're dying to try to be born. Where you gonna run? And everything around you comes undone. In the night outside it falls forlorn, and you're dying to try to be born.
Now my hands, they hold a walking cane, and the skies are dark and they're dropping rain. Made my way to the downtown train as the whistle wails this long refrain, and the sleep in the city sounds its horn. God, I'm dying to try to be born. Where you gonna run? And everything around you comes undone,
And your crown is woven around with thorns, and you're dying to try to be born. Yeah, your crown is woven around thorns, and you're dying to try to be born.
Yeah.
I am just a poor boy. No, I was once a poor boy. Did not have a dollar to my name, but I got a love inside. Don't lay no blame. Hey, I know your wicked ways, 'cause I have been down there too. You don't need to point your fingers at me, I won't point mine at you. It's just the trials and tribulations, all the awkward situations that the living brings. It's the trying and believing. be flying after grieving. Oh, and in the end, we all must earn our own wings. I got a good old soul. It's just got a few dings. I have found a judgment that does nothing. It puts a weight on me. I'd rather walk upon the water than go sinking like a storm into your sea. I've been trying to lighten up, leave all that behind. Found nothing worth much more to me than my peace of mind. Yes, it's a trial, tribulations, all these awkward situations. Little babe, it's the trying and believing. They'll be flying after grieving. Oh, and in the end, we all must earn our own wings. I got a good old soul. It's just got a few days. I got a good old soul. It's just got a few days.
How about that? That felt good.
I did. Both of those felt really good.
I haven't done that in a little while.
We've hooked our guitar and this mic up to this little Fishman amp with a little reverb on it. Who knew?
Who knew? Well, thank y'all again. This is week 8. Some of y'all might know if you've tuned in. We were supposed to be in, I say in air quotes, I guess, because, you know, I don't know that we ever really know what the universe has planned until it shows itself, you know. And we were meant to be, we thought, in mile 0 this week. We were flying out of Dallas-Fort Worth this morning, but we live almost 3 hours away from that airport in a rural part of Northwest Texas, and it was not that it was impossible, because we're both pretty stubborn and resilient people, but you know, in looking at it, it didn't feel safe, and it didn't feel right to mash ourselves into trying to do something that didn't feel like it was possibly best for us, in terms of like being stranded on the road or being stuck in the airport, or when by all means we were seeing all the signs, you know, that it wasn't going to work. And I think sometimes we see the signs for things that are coming up ahead and we ignore them. And sometimes it feels easier to get through life that way. You know, and then of course there's just wanting to will something in another direction, and that's something else entirely, and that has its place, I think, but sometimes it's about accepting what is reality, and knowing that it doesn't have to be what perhaps that reality is for someone else. Like, we could have just been home devastated that we didn't get to go to Key West to this unbelievable festival, but we accepted it, and we see that we can still be who we are from right here, and that has its own power, and we've really been unpacking that today. Like, what it means to be in a reality that says you can make art and make a difference and reach people without being where there's more people, you know? It's an energy thing. And so we accepted that it wasn't going to work and instead just pivoted to what is today. And today, this is the show we've put together. And in thinking about why I wanted to do Dyin to Try, it just rose up. I think in part because of what I just said, something about, you know, our reality is actually, and what that card we had pulled, Jean-Paul Sartre, you know, our reality is actually action, and it's in our hands. Oftentimes we are led to believe that it's not, and we are convinced by the powers that be, by certain religions, that we don't have the power over our own liberation. And our liberation really does begin inside, and there's more to it, and it should be communal, and it should be that my liberation means your liberation, and their liberation, and her liberation. But we have to start here to understand the rest of the parts. And I think for me, Dyin to Try, there's still that part of myself that is always trying to allow myself, give myself to have permission to let certain parts of myself go so that I can be more fully who I want to be, who I'm meant to be. And then there's the part of I see this whole nation and this whole world truly dying to be reborn. Utterly dying to be something that is not wrapped in violence and betrayal of our own morality, our moral codes, our souls. And so that's playing out, and on the one hand it's terrifying and there's so much suffering, and on the other hand I see and I feel the fluttering of wings, because a new world is begging to be born, one that is included, one that liberation is included for everyone. So yeah, that's where I am with that song. And Mac, you chose Dean's. That rose up when we were putting the show together.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, songs rise up at different times for me. You know, there's so many in my head, and it's like when you say, all right, what songs are we going to do for today? For me, you know, sometimes that can just be like you at the grocery store looking at
there's so much
800 different bags of chips. Well, not chips, but, you know, 800 different things, and then just getting hung up. But sometimes phrases pop out, and, you know, I was walking around thinking about, there's nothing worth much more to me than my peace of mind, which is a line out of that song. And then I got to stop and think about, you know, what things are causing me not to have peace of mind. And that's worry, and that's fear, and that stuff I'm trying to call out into the light. And it's not easy. It's not easy work. And but it has to be done for me to find my own peace of mind. And a lot of this week has just been trying to hear my own voice coming from in here, and not listen to anything coming from outside here. That's you know, it's been an inward journey, which I think, you know, Jesus talking about the kingdom of heaven lies within. I think that's what he's talking about. Was going inside and you know, seeing why I rob my own peace of mind. That's what, you know, you see me doing that all the time. You know, I'll stew over something just over and over. And sometimes it's the whole thing of, there's the boogeyman, and all you got to do is stop and turn around and face it and talk to it. And it's usually very small or not even there. And And I've been trying to implement those things into, I mean, that's what I'm looking for now, is peace of mind, is keeping that positive. No matter what's going on, no matter if there's a winter storm blocking the roads, no matter if there's whatever's going on, finding my peace of mind and not letting external things rock my boat at all. You know, I'm getting better at it, but it's work.
Mm-hmm. The best kind of work.
Mm-hmm. It's better than busting ice with an axe.
I don't know about that. Oh, okay, so, oh, hey, yeah, so.
Today's
I'm gonna
episode is
Yes.
brought to you by Lyon's Tea. I know that's probably backwards because she hadn't figured out how to do that yet. But if you know anyone who's connected with Lyon's Tea, we have your song.
Strong Irish tea is in my cup, babe. Strong Lion's tea. Strong Irish tea in my cup, babe. Strong Irish tea. Strong Irish tea is in my cup, babe. Strong Irish tea. Strong Irish tea in my cup, babe. Strong Irish tea.
Again, we're imagining this show is brought to you by Lyon's Tea.
Okay, I'm gonna be really honest with y'all. I've got to get my pants.
Get your pants right.
Seriously, I've dug these out of a drawer and they're too small. Because we haven't been able to do laundry. Our washing machine's out. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. These are too small. Okay. Okay, we're gonna try this segues. We're gonna do this Lucinda Williams song. When I think about this song, for me, I don't know what Lucinda was talking about. I've never looked about this. Some things are best left a mystery. But when I think about, for when I sing this, what might be lost, it's a soul, my soul, your soul. Yeah, so maybe think about if it hits that way for you, maybe it won't.
I think a lot, still let me know if you come across. Let me know if I let it fall along the back road somewhere. Money can't replace it, no memory can't erase it. And I know I'm never gonna find another one to compare. Give me some love to fill me up. Give me some time, give me some stuff. Give me a sign, give me some kind of reason. Are you heavy enough to make me stay? Feel like I might blow away. I thought I was in heaven, I was only dreaming. I think I lost it. Let me know if you come across. Let me know if I let it fall on a better road somewhere. Money can't replace it, no memory can't erase it. And I know I'm never gonna find another one to compare. I just wanna live the life I please. I don't want no enemies. I don't want nothing if I have to fake it. Never took nothing, don't belong to me. Everything's paid for, nothing's free. If you give me my heart and you promise not to break it. I think I lost it. Let me know if you come across. Let me know if I let it fall on a bad road somewhere. Money can't replace it, no memory can't erase it. And I know I'm never gonna find another one to compare. I think I lost it. Let me know if you come across. Let me know if I let it fall on the back road
for me from that, I had scribbled down to talk about the soul, and I was going to talk about the soul of our nation, but really that starts with our own soul, right? And at the very end, I pictured, when we ended that, I pictured the soul of me as a child before certain childhood traumas in the world tried to tell me that my soul was somehow damaged or unworthy. And I have reclaimed that, the truth, which is that my soul was born of original light, not original sin. But I feel like so many of us suffer and have lost our souls because we believe they weren't ours to begin with. We have given them over to other powers, and we have somehow worshipped that power outside of ourselves. And I believe that that causes so much suffering, and it's truly the real shame. It's not your birth in sin, it's that we're told and convinced that something is wrong with us. And then we spend our whole lives filling that void in our soul with false prophets, false truths, addictions, death. And all I know is that when you worship the power of separation and fear, you're not living in love. Love is about liberation. Love is about freedom. And true spirituality is about wanting that for everyone. And so, I think we all, I continue to do this work, but especially people who maybe voted for the current administration, I think it's important to say, it's okay. Because you really just were kind of in a way obeying certain things that you were convinced were true. Something informed that. And all I know is that it's not too late to, change your mind, but also just to say, wait, just wait. Is this really what I want? Are all of these things that are happening really what, if your reason for it has to do with Jesus, you have to pause and look at that honestly. And know that you can't worship at the altar of discrimination and violence and claim that it is for love, because it's not. And that has a lot to do with the next song we're gonna do, I think, which Mac wanted to do today, and he had some inspiration around this song.
The Einstein quote?
Yeah.
If I can remember it right.
Sorry, I followed that thread. I kind of went on a little bit.
It's all right.
I think I apologize for that every week. I'm gonna stop apologizing. That's kind of what we're doing.
Oh, that's like when I started Dings and I was saying I'm just a poor boy. It's like, don't claim things. Your body. I saw a Bruce Lee clip the other day that said, your body doesn't know the difference.
Yeah.
Don't talk down on yourself.
Yeah.
Because words have power.
Words and prayers and have power.
They are in action, which brings us back to Jean Paul Sartre. Love makes the empire tremble.
Oh yeah, we were.
That's a good quote. That's her. Her in the kitchen. But this Einstein quote was small as number to see with their own hearts and feel with see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. And to be able to look at something and see it how you truly feel, and not through the filter of how you would act around this person or that person, or if you were in a group, would you be different? But and he says small is the number that can do that, and I keep reaching for that all the time. I am the lion
am the voice in the wilderness. I am the hunter, and I also am the hunted. I am the seeker. I'm all the things that I can't find. I am the leader, and I also am the one behind. I am the healer. I am the parts within that need to heal. I am redeemer. I am forged in fire, I'm steel. Yes, and I'm letting go of whatever it is that does not serve my soul. Yes, and I'm letting go. As above now, so below. Yes, and I pray for the souls that are listening close to their own hearts tonight. And I pray that the darkness, that it does not overcome the light. And I pray that all fear up and disappears, and we can see that the God inside of you is the I am, is the God inside of me. Yes, I'm letting go of whatever it is that does not serve my soul. Yes, and I'm letting go. As above now, so below. Yes, and I'm letting go of whatever it is that does not serve my soul. Yes, and I'm letting go of whatever it is that does not serve my soul. Yes, and I'm letting go of whatever it is that does not serve my soul. Yes, and I'm letting go. As above now, so below. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks again for being
8
here.
weeks.
8 weeks.
It's a long time.
Yeah, for us it really is to just really keep something going and to be motivated by it. Yeah, your actions are your reality, and you have a tremendous amount of power. You want to walk back in front?
Yeah. That was not on the board, was it?
Anyway, go easy on yourself in the work. Nothing happens, overnight, and nothing happens as fast as sometimes we think we want it to, but it's happening. And love is our superpower, and I really thank God that more people seem to be awakening to that. And sometimes it takes having your back up against the wall to see it. For some people, it takes for it to get closer to home. And however it happens, it's just the most important thing that it happens. That we remember that love is the mission. It's the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Me awkwardly walk over here.
Where are you going?